Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since I've recorded a video. We'll have to see how this one goes. I've been quite sick the past couple weeks, so starting to feel a little bit better. Hopping straight back into it. What we're doing today is some shards inside Watcher of Realms. So I'm going to be pulling about 20 of my regular blue shards. And then I'm going to be pulling 10 of these special divine summonings as well. And the reason I'm doing this is because we did get our compensation today, of course, for the known issue with summoning. And we do also get a prime legendary pick, so you can pick from any of these champions here, which is pretty cool. I imagine almost everybody's going to probably pick Elowen if you don't have her. For me, at least, I am going to pick Torador, but we're going to wait until after the summoning, essentially just waiting to see what we get as well in case I want to change my opinion afterwards. So, on the banner, we have Valkyria and Hatsuit, and that is why I'm pulling, essentially. I don't have a Hatsuit yet, and I would definitely like to get her, certainly. And then, of course, Valkyria would be pretty nice as well for some of the arena and whatnot. So, both of these champions would be absolutely perfectly fine with me. I did just open a few of these rare shards maybe about a week ago, and I just pulled a legendary, so I'm certainly not expecting to get anything from them. But it is what it is at the end of the day. And then I am going to save the roughly 150 that I have, because there are some new guaranteed exclusive champions coming out soon enough, and I want to make sure that I have the resources available to get those. So let's go ahead. Let's start pulling the divines here, and let's see how this goes. Let's see if we can get something good within these 10 divines that I got for free. We get a Madon. I don't know if I have the Madon of mine fully awakened, but if not, I just got, you know, an awakened Madon, so that would be pretty cool. Azoth, not quite sure where I stand on him, to be honest. The verdict seems to be kind of 50-50 for most people I talk to. Theowin, I don't think I have him fully awakened at the moment, so it's going to be nice to see if I can actually get him to A5. We get Olog, who I know for a fact I don't actually have fully awakened, I don't think. What's nice about this, too, is I actually have this mission where I have to dismiss 20 epic heroes to progress towards getting in it. And there's definitely some doozies of missions in here. Now, there are some soul stones and stuff in here, too, which are quite nice. I'm definitely excited to get those. Obviously, some of these rewards are quite good as well. And then in it is supposedly getting a rework if he hasn't already, too. I didn't stay up to date with when that update was coming out. So that'll be quite nice to see if he does actually get the update. Let's go ahead and hop back into it. We have 6 more souls here, or not souls, but divine summonings, rather. I'm getting the terminology mixed up with raid. Now, Theowin is not on the 15x, but we've just pulled him twice, which is a little interesting. We do have Olog, and we do have Azoth on the 15x, so it makes sense to have pulled them. We get Nasandi. I'm going to go ahead and keep summoning here as well. I'm hoping for at least one legendary. It looks like we do get it. Hopefully this is Hatsuit or Valkyria. It is Artemis. I do not have him, but this guy is a pretty decent champion. He's kind of a combination of a healer as well as an anti-heal type of thing, which is pretty cool. So you can see he's got that AoE heal. This guy is very, very useful for, obviously, Gear Raid 1. Now, I do use Boreas currently for my Gear Raid, Gear Raid 1 team. He does have the anti-heal capabilities as well. So I don't know if he's going to make it into replacing him. We got Idril, of course, one of the best epics inside the entire game. Right up there with probably somebody like a Dolores in terms of the best champions. Kalina, who seems to be a pretty interesting champion. I'm probably going to build out at some point, even though from everything I hear, she doesn't seem to be that good, unfortunately. And then we do have the last summon here. Let's see what we get. We get another Olog, who is on the 15x. Now, let's go ahead and let's take a look and see what we can get awakened here, if anything. As you can see, those polls didn't really change my mind about, obviously, who I'm going to pull. So I'm going to pull Torador for this, which I think will be the best choice for my particular account. So we go ahead and we awaken Olog there a bit more. I do use Olog an absolute ton, so it's kind of crazy that I have not awakened him yet. And I have an extra Isolde hanging around as well. And then we have an extra one of these guys whose name I forgot too. So let's go ahead and get him fully awakened. We do have some awakenings for this dude as well, so we'll throw those in there. I'm certainly not going to complain. And boom. And then let's go ahead, let's go back here, and then let's sell the champions that I no longer need. Excuse me. So we have a decent few of them there that we're going to go ahead and sell. I'm actually going to unselect this champion real quick as well. There we go. So I am curious about this. So the one thing I want to show you guys for the mailbox, if it's still here, this is what we got. So there were some issues with summoning where essentially the first summons, or the first like 50 summons when you would open the blues, were scripted essentially, even during guaranteed events. So sometimes you pull a legendary and then it wasn't a fair chance to roll essentially. So what Moonton did, the developers, is they gave us 60 rare summoning crystals. They gave us 10 legendary summoning crystals, which would be basically the equivalent of a sacred shard if you're from raid. And then they gave us an ultimate hero pack, which instantly pulled. It randomly gives you a legendary from basically every single legendary inside the game. And then we get a prime legendary pack as well, where it lets us actually choose a legendary, which is absolutely insane. Now, it's so nice to have a game that just kind of prioritizes the player base and says, hey, we screwed up. Here's some rewards for you guys, because I come from, of course, Raid Shadow Legends, and things don't... Excuse me. Things don't work like that there. You're lucky if you get an acknowledgement of an issue, let alone any sort of rewards for it. So this is very, very refreshing, that's for sure. That being said, though, thank you guys all so much for watching. See you next time.